So this is what I want us to add now, moving forward. Ember State Services is already installed, and what I want is the ability to kind of preserve any typed in comment that's typed into that text area, and you need to be able to navigate to another post and then come back, and it should be there waiting for you. So you'd navigate to another post and look at the same text area. It should be empty, and then when you come back, you should see whatever you left stored as draft state. Any questions about this? I know it's a little conceptually challenging relative to query params, but this is a really powerful tool once you get used to it. You can use it for all kinds of things. All right, so let's try 20 minutes for this one. And if you're hung up conceptually, please reach out and I will try to explain it a different way so that the weak map idea and the use of Ember State Services is clear to everybody.
How would you architect support for undo with the delete behavior for a weak mapped comment?
That came from me. So we're in this medical environment, so the idea of not losing a comment would be great, But at the same time, I think sometimes people do delete stuff and they want to see undo and then kind of back up, get their post back, get their comment back. So it seems like you'd almost need another layer where the real delete happens based on something.
So that's challenging, and I'm not sure that there's any pure client-side solution that would be intuitive there.
Yeah.
Because you have to, at the same time, you want the client to be able to you want the client to run the show in that, whatever the user intends to do there, you want that to take effect. But at the same time, the browser could crash and you can't really abstain from persisting until you're really sure they do want to delete that. So the typical thing to do is to use the command design pattern and to essentially for every important operation to basically be able to perform the reverse of that operation. So you could soft delete in your back end and you could use one of these draft state objects, but instead of just storing like a string, which would be your draft comment, you could have an array, and that would represent the last actions that were taken. But you need some back-end support for saying, I want the reverse of this update. So you need a lot going on in your database to basically store revisions of records so you can roll things back. Because the alternative would be abstaining from persisting until something, right? Until you're sure. But I don't know how you would make that determination safely, given that, the browser tab could just get closed, and you oftentimes don't have the ability to do one last thing, right before it's closed. And you don't want important stuff to be living only in the world of that one browser. You need, your whole system to know about those changes. So we can talk about that for sure, but it's a nasty problem to solve, and it's a full stack solution that I would advocate for. But a good question. That's one of the big usability hurdles to jump over. Undo, redo in a web app, or in any client-server app for that matter. We're going to go through my solution to this state management challenge here. And just a reminder, we're trying to make sure that if you type a comment into the text area at the bottom of each of these posts that we have in our app, you should be able to navigate to another post, and you'll see that it has been removed and cleared out, and then return to the original post, and you'll see that what you left there is waiting for you again, right?